You know, I really wanted to like this film. Yo, it's your boy Vegabomber here with my second review. First one was Days of Future Past. Thank you for coming on and watching again. This time I'm talking about a new movie called The Signal. I just saw this movie last night, got a few passes, got fortunate to get those passes. I want to thank the folks over at Keith's Comics for hooking me up with that. So now, the review. So, the movie The Signal. It's a great sci-fi film. It was done by a guy named William Eubank, who was basically a camera guy, a cinematographer before. And what he's known for is his aesthetic of being able to shoot, the style of his shooting, which is great. And I tell you, even though it was a low-budget film, it was awesome the way he lined up some of his shots, and then just the premise and the story I thought was pretty good. So basically the plot is this. You got three college-age people going across the Southwest, following these clues, following the signal, if you will, from this hacker named Nomad who had hacked into MIT and basically got them looking like they were the ones who had hacked into MIT many a times, made it look like it was them who destroyed, and then also got into other people's computers and their computers. So they're kind of want to get after this guy, Nomad, and see where he can go. So the whole idea that they're following the breadcrumbs to try to find this hacker named Nomad is a pretty cool idea. And of course he takes them out to a place that's kind of remote and all of that, and that's where you can kind of see the horror type themes in this thing. So to me, I'm thinking, you know what, great, wonderfully shot, good idea, fresh, new concept, something different. We always keep saying that Hollywood keeps putting out the same thing. Well, here's something different finally. So I'm digging this. I'm thinking, go ahead, Mr. Eubank, do your thing. You're working this right now. So I give him props for that. In fact, let me talk about the props. The props are this. I definitely like the style, the way this was done, the way it was shot, I thought was wonderful. Two, I love the concept. Give them props for the concept, a little different take. I think it was pretty good. And then three, just the idea that he used Lawrence Fishburne, and Lawrence Fishburne was wonderful in this movie. You thought he was good in The Matrix. Lawrence Fishburne killed it. So those are my props about this film. I gotta say though that there's also a couple of eye rolls. Actually, there's probably three major eye rolls I have with this film. Eye roll number one. Really? Seriously? You're gonna put all this drama between boyfriend and girlfriend in the movie and then not have it pay off or have it kind of tie up later on in the film? It didn't. It was just kind of there, and you thought for a few moments, at least I did, that, oh, so we watching kind of a rom-com in a sense? It was just like, I don't mind there being some of this in there, but please make it pay off in the end. And I didn't really feel like it really did much to further the story. My second eye roll was when, from the stylized shooting, one thing that I think was done a little bit too much was the slow-mo. It reminded me of a Michael Bay thing, where every time for dramatic weight, every time you needed dramatic weight, the film went into slow-mo. So it's like, oh, I've dropped my hat. Oh, I need to answer my cell phone. It's kind of like J.J. Abrams and his lens flares every 5 minutes. A couple of times it's cool. It's a nice effect. We dig it. But after a while, so many slow-mo effects, it kind of, well, for me, it took me kind of out of the movie, because I was kind of like, okay, now I know I'm watching a movie, because really this scene doesn't really deserve a slow-mo, but hey, it's getting one. So that was another eye roll. And then I'd say the third eye roll, the last one, would be the ending. It just kind of had an abrupt ending, and it left me wanting to ask a lot more questions about what happened. And I know there were a lot of good points in it. I'm glad that they didn't softball it to us or spoon feed it to us, but at some point you got to show me how it's connected so I get a sense of where you were trying to take me. And at some points I wasn't really sure where we were going in the film. I liked that it was different, and I liked that it had me thinking, but at some point I had more questions than answers. So, what's my official rating of this film? Well, you know, in Vegabomber Lane, if you've been watching, it either gets 1 or 2 ratings. The 1 rating would be either that it's blowing up like a balloon, a good thing, or like a hot air balloon, or it gets blown up, as in detonated. And I have to say, The Signal, I'm gonna have to detonate. I'm gonna have to blow it up. Yeah, but hey, it just was that way. Maybe in the next couple of films, I guess the director can then bring it up and do some different things. But until then, this is your boy Vegabomber telling you what's blowing up and what got blown up. Yup!